In this video, I'm going to show you how you can use the CROSSFILTER DAX function in Power BI. We're going to go through what it is, how to use it, and what are some of the use cases in which you would actually use this function. All of that and more. So without further ado, let's get started. Hi, my name is Fernan, and welcome to the Solutions Abroad YouTube channel, where we cover tips, tricks, and best practices when working with Power BI. I upload new videos every week, so make sure you hit that subscribe button and the bell icon to get notified when a new one is out. So the CROSSFILTER DAX function in Power BI lets you modify the cross-filter directions of your table relationships without needing to make the changes in your data model itself. It's really handy to use, especially if you want to propagate a filter from one table to another to create a calculation, but you don't really want to make the changes in the model just for this one calculation. So let me show you an example. So here we are in a sample, very simple model that I've created, which is a subset of the Northwind Traders dataset. If we look at the model view here, as you can see, we've set up a simple star schema here with 3 tables. We have our fact table, the order details, which contains the information about the actual orders that have been made. It's related to the calendar table, and the calendar table is what we use for our sort of time intelligence calculations. And then we have the products table here, which just give us some more information about the product, what their names are, and what categories of products are they. So these 3 they already have a relationship across the 3 of them. And there is a direction both pointing to just the order details. And creating relationships in Power BI is sort of the key pillar of data modeling. It gives Power BI an idea of how these tables and data is related when you put them in the same context together. So in the report view here, I have set up a line chart here, which demonstrates that. So we have the month column from the calendar table being used on the x-axis, and on the y-axis the sales is a calculation of quantity and unit price, is a measure that we've created, both coming from order details. So as you can see, coming from 2 different tables, if you put them in the same visual, Power BI understands how they are related because we have set up that relationship. However, it only works because of the cross-filter direction and how we've set it up. So while in most cases the star schema is enough, there might be some cases where you want to propagate the filter direction in a different way. So let's just go back to the model view here, for example, and let's say we want to count the number of months a product has sold in those months. So we wanted to basically use the product's name and count how many months it had an order across the months that we have in our database. So the simplest way that you might think of doing that is by just simply dragging the product name from the products table here and then just simply dragging in the month. So far so good. It doesn't look like there's any errors or issues from this view. However, now let's try to do a count. So let's change the summarization of the month column here. Let's change this to just count. And from here, the issue starts to become more obvious. So as you can see, it's just repeating the value across all of the different products, which means that Power BI can't figure out what the relationship between these 2 values, the products and the calendars table. And that is purely because of the direction, the cross-filter direction that we have set up in our relationship. So for the current scenario that we have, we needed to use the products table to filter the calendars table. However, as you notice, because of the direction only propagates to the order details table, but it doesn't go to the calendar table. So to fix this, the easiest solution is to simply just change the relationship here to make it both the cross-filter direction. So if you hit apply from here, as you can see now, the products filter can propagate all the way to the calendar table, which means that you can use the product table to filter the calendar table. So if we go back to the report view, as you can see, now that will fix our issue. Now, while you can fix the issue of your relationships by just creating bidirectional relationships. It's often not recommended because of a number of things. The first thing is that creating bidirectional relationships introduces a lot of ambiguity, or it can introduce ambiguity in your data model. So Power BI may not understand how, your different tables are related to each other because of this bidirection relationship that you have across your tables. The second thing is that bidirectional relationships have a significant effect on the speed of your query's performances. So while it solves the issue like this quite easily, if you have a bigger model, it may have some impact into your report's performance. And this is one of the scenarios where you can use the CROSSFILTER DAX function in order to resolve the problem like this, where you might want to calculate something, but you don't want to create a change in your data model to do that. So let's have a look at what the documentation says about this CROSSFILTER function. So here it says it specifies the CROSSFILTER direction to be used in a calculation for a relationship that exists between two columns. So other things here, it just gives us some information about the syntax. It asks for 3 parameters, the column 1 and column 2 from the 2 tables that you currently have a relationship with, and the direction, which in this scenario, we're only interested in both. And in fact, I've only ever used both for this DAX function, but you have other options that you can use if you need to. And then there's some other information here. Let me just point to you a few things that you just need to pay attention to. The first thing is that a relationship must already exist between the 2 columns, between the 2 tables for this function to work. So it doesn't replace the whole model itself. The CROSSFILTER function is meant to modify an existing relationship and how the direction works in those relationships. So if the relationship doesn't exist, then this function won't work. The second thing is that it's a function that is sort of a modifier function in a sense. So it means that it's not meant to return any values. It's meant to just modify the CROSSFILTER direction of relationships. So it's meant to be used in combination with other functions like calculate, for example, which we're going to go through an example later so you can see how easy to do it. And that's really it. There are other remarks here, but if you want to read up more about it, I'll leave a link to it in the description box below. So let's go back to our report here. Let's revert this CROSSFILTER direction to single, and let's give it a try. Let's try to use this CROSSFILTER direction to fix our problem here without needing to change our model. So let's create a new measure. I'm gonna name this one months count. And then we're going to start with the calculate function. So let's do a count of the month from the calendar table. In the filter context, after the comma, we use CROSSFILTER. So here we are, 3 parameters as I mentioned before. So the left column, right column, and the CROSSFILTER type. So the left column is order details, order dates, and the right is the calendar date column. And I know this because it's the relationship that currently exists between these 2 tables. And this is the relationship we want to modify. The third parameter now is the type of CROSSFILTER that we want to use here. And we're just gonna choose both. That's it. So close it, hit enter, drag it into our table here. And there we go. So as you can see, now it is fixed. It's giving us the right count without needing to modify our model to see these. So this one is still broken because that is just simply a count. But the measure that we've created, because we modified the filter before we count, it gives us the right numbers. And that's really it for this video. I hope you now know what the CROSSFILTER function does and a use case in which you might want to use this instead of using bidirectional relationships. Thanks for watching as usual. Give this video a like if you found it useful. Give it a dislike if you didn't, so to do better for next time. Ask your questions in the comment section box below so I can help you and you can help others. If you like this video, we have a Patreon page where you can support the channel and get exclusive perks like early access, demo files, and credits at the end of these videos. Thanks again for watching and see you in the next one. Bye bye.